Hey you guys, this is Serenity Chow. Leaving you guys another video. Now I wanted to get back on the topic of the gang stalkers. What I wanted you guys to know is what they're also doing is they're going through Google and they're becoming app developers. So when you're going on these different apps, make sure you don't leave too much of your information because when you leave your information on these apps, they're retrieving your information from the apps as well. So you don't want to leave your social and things like that. Um, what I learned that they're doing is they're mimicking apps. So they'll develop an app, get a certified license to use the brand, which would be the name. For instance, say it was YouTube or whatever. They could be acting like YouTube, and it's really them creating their own YouTube, basically. So I noticed that they're also app developers, and you don't want to too much give your information on the apps when you're downloading apps on your phone. When I said before that on another video that I left with gang stalking tactics, what they're doing is the app developing so that they could get you to put your credit card in the phone on the app, and then they're downloading that information, and then they start trying to drain money off your account. I don't know if most people, pay attention to what they're spending and what's coming off their account, but if you're not the type of person that check your account all the time, then they could be getting your credit card information and whatever information they want. Most of the times when you meet these gang stalkers, they're game players. I mean, literally game players. So they'll be on their phone acting like they're playing games and stuff like that. But these games that they're playing there's communication between them and their organization on tactics and things that they could use against you. So if you ever notice that you're in the presence of somebody and they're constantly on their phone playing games or acting like they're doing something with their phone, it's because they're either playing a game, acting like they're playing a game, and actually getting information to different things to do to you, or they could be recording you. One big tactic that they do a lot of is they record us. They want to record us or voices, try to do voice mimics, because what they do the whole time that they're doing all these things in your life, these tactics with these gang stalkers and things, these gang stalkers, they try. I don't know how long it's been happening in y'all life, but with me, it's been my whole life. So I had people come in and, when I was younger, I was a daredevil or whatever. So I would do different things that could possibly get me in trouble. You know what I'm saying? And these people are agents. They're like demons that's constantly trying to get you in trouble on different things. They might tell you about a come up or something. And with that come up is jeopardizing your freedom. So they built this reputation of your character, of who you are. And that's what their main goal is to destroy you in the eyes of the public. When they slander you, they have to convince the world or the authorities that you're this bad person, and they will do anything to make their accusations look right. You know what I mean? They'll do whatever it takes to bring you down. And they start off, with you at a young age, and it follows you into your adulthood, because some of that stuff, if you're doing things that's going to mess up your credit or whatever, it's your liability that they're banking on. You know what I'm saying? Your credibility. So you want to be aware of those tactics as well. Don't let nobody convince you to do something that's going to cost you your freedom because, um, you can possibly be in jail, and who's to know if you're going to have support when you get there, and if you're going to be treated even worse when you get there. So try to stay out of trouble as far as that goes. But their tactic is to destroy our characteristics or credibility and everything else. People that has their apartments, if you do have your own place or a house or whatever, pay attention to your bills because they're doing things like destroying water pumps, gas lines, and stuff like that to uh, get you to fall behind in your bills because your bills will go up with these problems taking place, making small leaks in your water hose and turning that on, or just toilets that's running or anything. Make sure that your property that you're living on, it may not be your property or whoever property it is, make sure that it's running up to par because these little bitty hacks that they're doing could cost you a lot of money, and they're targeting our pockets. They want to see us broke, they want to see us down, they want to take our credit from us and discredit us. So make sure that you're paying attention to what's going on in that area as well because you don't want to be responsible for an outrageous bill that happened to me before, and now I'm responsible for paying back a very high bill for something that was the landlord's fault because he had a water leak, and then he was so anxious for me to get the water in my name. So just make sure you pay attention to that too, your bills and things like that. Also, I mentioned before about the hacking of the devices. The thing with the hacking, as I mentioned, it's a data processing program. And what these gang stalkers do, for every bit of information they gain, they turn it in and it turns into a point system. So they're connecting us with the post office, they're connecting us through our emails or addresses or identities. Every location you go to will be identified. I remember a gang stalker. I didn't even know who this person was. Got on the bus. I never caught the bus since I was a kid, but I got on the bus because my car was broke, and some weird lady came out of nowhere talking about you can run but you can't hide. And I said, I don't hide from nobody. I don't turn nothing down but my collar. You feel me? So the bottom line is that they will know where you are. They're connected because it's governmental, and these people are in high places, so they have a lot of control over this whole world, and this is what we're up against. So they're taking benefits away from people. I never really wanted to rely on the government in the first place because I'm an independent person, and that's what they know about us is that we will strive, but we don't have to worry about the benefits that we seek through them or that they could provide for us because God is going to take care of us, and that's what we must remember. So I also want to share that with you guys because I didn't get a chance to share with you on the first video. All right, well, I will be getting back with you guys soon. I'm trying to see if I missed anything. I know it was something else I wanted to tell you guys, but oh yeah. Also, if you have a house, they use these black boxes that this is a part of the hacking. And with the black box, it's like a box with like a bunch of servers and stuff on it. So they can remotely control your devices through the servers of the black box. And anybody that comes into your home, they can tap in on that person's device and get their information as far as their credit cards or whatever. Also, I was going to say beware of checking your credit cards on your phone. Like if you're on your phone, don't check your credit card. If you need to check your credit card, go into the store and check your credit card, because they're also doing screen readers where they could read the screen of your phone and see when you're typing in the numbers and also get it that way as well. So you just want to be aware of all these little tactics that they're doing. You know, it's important to me because before I woke up and really realized that these people were doing all this, because I was aware of the little gang stalking and stuff, but I didn't know of all the tactics that they were doing. And before I was aware of it, you know, I would do stuff as normal as any normal person would do. Oh, let me check my balance on my card. Oh, let me, you know, and sometimes I still do it because I know that they already have this information. It doesn't bother me because I'm going to have to figure out a way to get these people up off, you know, my phone. And that's the bottom line. Once I come up with that, because I am a seeker, and I will master this. I promise you. At the end of the day, I will get to the nitty gritty of it, and I will get these people up out of my life completely, as far as the hacking goes. But as far as anything else, just try not to give them any information that you're volunteering, as far as using your phone, putting your credit cards or anything, any important information on the phone or on any device for that fact of the matter, because they're definitely going to tap into that. Another thing that they're doing is, because they are aware of the places that you move to and they know that you're moving to that place. See, these people are everywhere in every entity. They're at the welfare office, DMV, you know, court building, wherever. These people, it's an organization, okay? It's a society. So they're everywhere. So when you go certain places, they'll tap in and let them know that, oh, she's coming, or she's, you know, you'll be wondering why people looking at you strange and shit, and that's because they already know who you are when you get there. You know what I mean? And when you move to these houses and these apartments, they put sensors in the walls to see your movement and where you are, so that they can use the energy weapons against you. And that's what they do. They see the areas where you like to be at the most or whatever. Me, I'm a bedroom person. I like to, you know, be in my bedroom. That's my domain. That's where I like to hang, you know. Sometimes I'll be downstairs, but I get my peacefulness and my quietness from being, you know, in my room. So just make sure that you guys, when you see a sensor, sometimes it may look like a strip. And if it's in your wall, it may look circular, like a circle or something in your wall, and they paint over it. So sometimes it's hard to, you know, identify it. But we're not stupid. Like me, I know that they could use, it's nails that has little cameras on it, and it's different things. So I booby spied, spied, booby trapped, or whatever. I, I covered up all the things that I felt like they were spying through. But if you want to do a check on your place, they do have little apps that you could detect a device in your home. Also on your Bluetooth or whatever, you want to check and see what devices are connected to your Wi-Fi, and you want to check and see what devices that device spy device locator app, and run that through your house, and you can walk around with it with your phone, and it'll beep and let you know where the spying is coming from, or where the device is. So just pay attention to those little things right there, you guys. I just want to make sure that I covered that as well. because it's important that we have our privacy. I mean, all of our rights have literally been taken away from us. We don't have civil rights, commitment rights, because we're supposed to have our First Amendment rights or civil rights, and all of that, and we don't have a right. Okay, so it's like it's not really fair because we don't have privacy, and these people are running around here doing what they want to do, and we literally don't have no privacy, and I don't appreciate that. That's one thing that I'm big on because I'm very discreet about everything I do, and they know the things that bother us, and if we are going to be offended by that or not. You know what I mean? So they tend to bother us more in the areas that we know that we don't like, and that's what's irritating too, because they target those areas. I mean, I was always noticing, like, even in relationships, I noticed that every relationship had been targeted, and I was wondering, like, because I know I'm not like that to just go through men, but when you're getting men that's attacking you mentally and gaslighting you and being narcissists, then you start to realize that it's a pattern of things that's taking place. And when you start identifying the same characteristics in every man, you can't just sit here and be like, oh, I'm gonna blame myself because it's me. And some people will try to convince you, well, if every man leaving you, or if you had that problem with every man, then it must be something wrong with you. No, don't let them convince you that it's you. It's them, because they're narcissists, and their biggest thing is to make you feel like you're crazy and that you can't identify with reality, because this is like a system of things. It's up to us to change the pattern, though. If you're smart enough, because it's just basic common sense, it don't take a rocket scientist to figure out their tactics and the things that they do. I'm very big on analyzing things, and I analyze basically everything. So if I have a conversation with somebody today, I might go home and analyze that whole conversation and just think about it and see what I missed, what I, didn't pick up on, because there's some things that you will pay attention to, you'll hear what somebody say, but then you got to go home and, sit back and think about how they said it and what they meant by it. And, I mean, like, I take everything and analyze everything. Um, you know, and I came out pretty good with doing that because it's a little bit hot, you guys, so I'm kind of wiping my face, but I pay attention to everything. So just pay attention and stay on point, know your surroundings and things like that. One thing I noticed that a lot of people, you'll be driving down the street, somebody be aiming their phone towards you like they looking at their phone or whatever, but basically they taking pictures of you while you driving or videoing you while you driving down the street. It's like, come on now, get a life. Like, this shit is for the birds. Like, I'm not gonna too much put up with the stupidiness, I have been aggressive my whole life as far as being able to handle mine if I got into a fight or whatever. And that's not good for us either. I'm not trying to be a fighter or whatever, but I can defend myself when I need to. And that's what it's about. God don't want us to fight. He said, let vengeance be his. But, I'm not a punk, and I had to let them know that at a young age. I guess I had a little reputation for fighting when I was younger. So they know that, not to come this way because, they know what they're going to get. But, for the most part, I try to stay humble and peaceful. I got past all that fighting and whatever. But if it's necessary, it's necessary. I'm going to back myself up. I'm not going to be a punk to nobody, Um, God is powerful. We're God's kids. We're made in his image. And, that's why a lot of the disciples, when they got into fights and wars, they conquered, the enemy. One thing about this situation is that we have to know the tactics of our component, you know, because, I mean, if we're going to go against someone, we need to know their tactics. That's just like military strategy. If some, when you go to war, you're going to study who you're going to war with. You're going to know what direction you're going in. That's just like a basketball game, or a football game. You're going to have your linebacker, you're going to have your goal kicker or whatever. You're going to have your different positions, and each person needs to know their position. And that's just how it is in life. Like, we need to know our positions, and we need to know who we are up against. We need to practice to be perfect. And, we need to just do what we got to do to make things right for us, with the help of God, of course, because nothing can be done without Him, only through Him. And we will be on top. I mean, they're the fools for thinking that they're fooling us. And I always told my son, fool the fool who trying to fool you. And that's all it is, Just sit back and play the fool and let them think they fooling you, but just learn the tactics and stay on top and let them make a fool of themselves. Because at the end of the day, we get to laugh, because it's really funny that they making a fool of themselves. And, some of them might even get hurt messing with us. You feel me? I mean, they definitely don't pump no fear in my heart. And, but I always want to carry myself as a child of God. And that's where they play on my weaknesses at, because they know that I want to be humble and godly, but they try to take you out of your character. And I noticed that they want to get you to do sinful things to make you go against God, because it is warfare. And when we do things that's not of God, it's like we're stepping out of character, and they try their hardest to get us to go in that direction. So just be aware of everything, you guys. And I'm going to end with that being said. And I wanted to share a little something with you guys. I always share something at the end. But I wanted to go over some of the names of the devil and some of the names of the Most High, so that you guys could be aware of just different things like that. I just study a lot of different stuff, and I will be sharing 90% of that with you guys, because, I feel that, you guys need to know everything too. Okay? One thing is, I'm going to go over the names first, and then I'm going to also tell you guys something. Hold on for 1 second. I'm still looking. I should have had this ready. But give me a second. I don't know where that's at. Okay, you guys, we'll do the names a different day. But I'm going to go ahead and let you guys know about the warfare. Okay, with warfare, it's not just prayer. It's an addition to prayer. God has given us the power to overcome, for us to, wait. I said God has given us the power over the devil. We must not expect God to get him off our backs. And you demons that are troubling, we take authority over you in the mighty name of Jesus. You are seeking to destroy us, but we will not permit you to do so. We are seated together with Christ in spiritual authority. We know our positions and our rights. We bind you in the name of Jesus. Take your hands off our lives so that we may be free to do the will of Christ. Okay? When we pray, speak out loud and command and speak with power. Our problems are spiritual, and God has given us spiritual weapons and resources for victory. All right, so it was nice sharing with you guys. If you like what I had to say, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button, and I'll definitely be leaving more videos. God bless you, and you have a good evening, day, morning, afternoon, night, whatever it is for you. But have a good one. Bye.